In Europe, anti-migrant protests are flaying across the continent, fast, furious, and increasingly violent. The latest protests were in The Hague, Netherlands, where thousands of demonstrators clashed with police. Stones flew, a patrol car burned, and at the D66 party headquarters, it saw its windows shattered. Police hit back with water cannons and tear gas, arresting dozens and treating injured officers. The Hague is not alone. London, Northern Ireland, and Poland have all seen similar rallies targeting immigrant communities and demanding tougher border controls. These escalating protests reflect a continent on edge where migration remains a political fault line. Here's more in our next report.
The Hague erupted in chaos on Saturday. Streets filled with smoke as Dutch police fired tear gas and unleashed water cannons against thousands of anti-immigration demonstrators. Flames from a torched police car lit the night, while protesters hurled bottles and rocks, waving Dutch flags alongside far-right banners. By the end of the evening, 30 people were arrested, 2 officers were injured, and the glass facade of the center-left D66 party headquarters lay shattered. Inside, wreckage stretched across meeting rooms, a symbol of political anger boiling over just weeks before the Netherlands heads to the polls on October 29th. Prime Minister Dick Schoof denounced the shameless violence, while right-wing leader Geert Wilders, whose push for harsher asylum policies triggered the collapse of the last coalition, branded the rioters idiots. But the Netherlands is not alone. Across Europe, anti-migrant fury has spilled onto the streets with increasing ferocity. Just a week earlier, London saw one of its largest right-wing demonstrations in modern times. Around 110,000 people, many draped in the Union Jack and England's red and white cross, surged through Whitehall. The sheer size of the rally shocked police, who described it as too big to fit into the approved route. The imagery was jarring. Streets once symbolic of British governance were consumed by chants demanding mass deportations, MAGA hats flashing in the crowd, alongside Israeli and American flags.
It is very important. They need to stop illegal migration into this country. It's tearing us apart. You know, we've got people here, the veterans, our veterans that fought for us and for our freedom, lying on the streets with nowhere to go. But you pop in, get rid of your documents, and you can have a 4-star hotel, free board and lodge.
Then, back in June, farther north, Northern Ireland had also been engulfed by unrest of its own. Ballymena, a market town, became the epicenter of violence after allegations of sexual assault against 2 Romanian teenagers. What began as a protest quickly mutated into riots. Masked men hurled bricks, fireworks, and petrol bombs. Police water cannons sprayed into the flames of burning cars and buildings. By the 4th night, 40 officers had been injured and 15 were arrested, as violence spread to Belfast, Coleraine, and Lisburn.
Basically, what happened sort of by asking the people to leave and whatever else was justified, in my opinion, because of the actions that they, obviously, it's a very, very serious crime that was committed and things like that. And the people around here, they've literally got a boiling point. You know, they've had enough. The people, they've been complaining for months and months leading up to this about the behaviour and like wolf whistling at young girls and things like that. And the police have never nowhere to be seen.
Meanwhile, in July, Poland also saw a rise in street anger. In Katowice, around 3,000 demonstrators, marshaled by the far-right party, waved banners demanding the closure of borders. Similar gatherings, though smaller, echoed through dozens of towns and cities. The rallies were fueled by fiery speeches from politicians who warned of a looming flood of outsiders. But figures show that official migration levels remain relatively low. Nationalist leaders called for deportations.
And now it's time for Vantage Shots, images that tell the story. In Peru, protesters rally against the government and clash with the police. In France, towns fly the Palestinian flag despite government orders ahead of state recognition. In Europe, torrential rains wreak havoc across Spain, France, and Italy. And finally, we're taking you back in history. On this day in 1965, the Second India-Pakistan War came to an end. The war broke out when the Pakistani army attempted to take Kashmir by force. The conflict lasted more than 3 weeks, and its end was seen as a strategic and political defeat for Pakistan. We're leaving you on that note. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honors, and glory to Abba wa Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash Shalamat. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great milestone and salutation to the hopeful elect, the brethren that are teaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, the house of David, the Bayat Shalda, the elect. I'm not gonna make this too long, with the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Lord, so this is edifying, So, as you can see, man, this is prophecy, man, all over the world you have this protest, man, uproars of the people, man, this is prophecy, man, uproars of the people after uproars of the people, this is prophecy, man. You can't deny this, man. I'm gonna take the scripture, and talk to the people in the Suriname language, and close it out. Lord, so this is edifying to the hopeful elect, man. So brada nga samina brada sa fu GMS Suriname mo ko baka nga wali nga karakter nga spirit fu amuro iyo nga sa kargado en true nga net Hebrews na Yahweh ina ne fe wonderbar so nga sa ga Jesus Christus en true nga net Hebrews na Yahweh Shai na ko baka nga watra video isabita fu ko bo ko lu fu de bribiwang en ina video ya so like fayusi protest all over Europe sa fato hier Europa en este committee de may protester na in Holland je volgt to SD of tries de me do een video voor protest forget pe baka of na in Paris na ja isabito na prophecy come to pass me no me ken tum sila nga isa fato man update mo sorry fa tag de san say gebeur no like the prophets with watch ala de san say gebeur en which are de san dat kon afisi fu sorry you tak e prophecy come to pass dis na book of 2 Esdras hoofstuk 9 vers 1 atag ja he answer me then and set measured all the time diligently in itself and so we margi ating we look at them prophecy according to the Bible de san say gebeur ta pagaron tapo isabito and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before. You see, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Ja apende. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people na protester. The people like come up tika a government. Sabi to? Dat na saya si all over the world nunute. You follow to? Vers 4 taki. Then shall thou well understand that the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So we see jana lala prophecy. Lord, shall this boy you holoof up? Sabi to me no make it sila nga ma. Lord, shall you get the point and I edify you. Sa fato make it up the hook and ta up the hook for them prophecies. Na dat na unuro collect prophets. You follow to charing kong them believers. You see? I wanna give all praise, all honors and glory to Abanawa Alahayanawa. Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash Shalamat. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great milestone and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.